Okay, Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol. I haven't seen any of the Mission Impossible films aside from this one, so so for the story of this movie, I'm not too sure. Like, I watched this movie a long time ago. We're talking like 1 or 2 months. I rented it from Blockbusters, and it's something about terrorists. Like I guess the organization, like the spy organization or wherever that Tom Cruise works for. It gets like shut down or something. I can't remember. Like, you don't really care about the story for this movie, to be honest. It's just standard stuff that you don't really care. But like the organization that Tom Cruise works for gets shut down. So Tom Cruise and Simon Pegg and this other girl, I don't know her name, but they kind of like left to fight off against these terrorists without the help of the organization. That's pretty much the story of the movie. They're fighting against these terrorist guys. Like I said, I didn't really care about the story. I wasn't really paying much attention. As far as I can tell, like, I hope I'm not like offending any Mission Impossible fans or anything, but as far as I can tell, these movies, like, nobody really cares about the story. You're just watching them to enjoy some action scenes. Like, the story is just an excuse for a movie to be made. Like, it's like the story's just an excuse so you can watch a string of action scenes, a string of set pieces. Like, the action scenes in this film are actually pretty good. You have some pretty cool set pieces, like the chase scene through the sandstorm. That hallway sequence was awesome. The one with Simon Pegg and Tom Cruise. They're going down this hallway, pushing along this like weird wall thing, and they've got to be as quiet as possible. I can't really describe it. If you've seen the movie, I know what I'm talking about. They got to be like as quiet as possible. They were pushing this thing down the hallway. That scene was really well done. It was actually really suspenseful as well, and that had some good laughs in it as well. There were like some good jokes there. So as far as I can tell about this movie, like, I didn't really care about the plot. It seemed really standard, really average stuff. I just didn't care about the plot. I don't know, maybe the first 3 movies had interesting stories, or maybe they're just supposed to, or maybe they're just standard stories again, just excuses for you to watch some really kick-ass action scenes. So yeah, the action scenes in like this movie, I didn't care about the story. I just watched it to enjoy some action scenes, and like I said, the action scenes are actually pretty good, pretty effective. Like, they weren't amazing, none of them were amazing, but they were really entertaining. I really liked the finale. The finale takes place in some sort of like car park place. I'm not sure what the hell that, like some sort of car factory or something. That was pretty exciting. I like that. The gadgets in this film are really over the top and ridiculous, like just stupidly over the top. That seems to be the fun of the films. There's the phone. Basically, like I said, I haven't seen the first 3 films, so I have no idea how ridiculous or maybe realistic the gadgets were in those films, but in this one, they were just really over the top. Like I said, I guess that's just the fun of the films. Like, nobody cares at this point. They're just watching it to see some ridiculous gadgets, some really awesome action scenes, that sort of stuff. Like, I did watch like 5 seconds of one of the other 3 movies. Like, I was flicking through the channels on TV and I just watched like 5 seconds of it and I switched over. It looked like some, I'm not sure what it was. I think it was like a piece of gum. Like, Tom sticks through it out a window and it just blew up, I guess. It's just gum which blows up when it touches glass, I guess. I don't know. That's the only gadget I know of from the previous Mission Impossible films. Like, exploding gum doesn't seem as ridiculous as that weird magnetic suit which makes you float. But yeah, like I said, I guess nobody cares though. Like, the gadgets, like, I'm pretty sure that the people who made this film are aware of how over the top and ridiculous the gadgets are. And they're just trying to think of really stupidly over the top ones just to make us, the audience, go, oh, cool. Like, the gadgets are cool. You're like, when you watch the film, you do think, oh, you do actually think, that would be really cool if that existed in real life. I'm pretty sure, you know, they're self-aware. They're aware that the gadgets are over the top and stuff. I'm pretty sure they know that. As for the story, like, I'm not sure if they were. I'm not sure if people care about the story or not, or they just watch these films just to see some action scenes. Like, that's what I did. I just watched the film to see some cool action scenes, and that's what I got. And the story, like I said, average, standard stuff, didn't care. I'm not sure if Mission Impossible fans did like the story, I don't know. Personally, it was just there, I didn't really care. It just serves as an excuse for you to watch it. Let's see, what else is there? The Dubai Tower scene was amazing. Oh, not amazing, it was impressive though. And I found out that Tom Cruise did it without a stunt double. Like, he actually was outside the Dubai Tower, like climbing in and shit. Like I knew he was like in a harness, like, so obviously they're not gonna let him die, but I knew he was in like a harness and stuff. But I'm saying, even then, that's really impressive that he actually did that. I thought that was really cool. The humour in this film, some of the humour worked for me, some just had me kind of rolling my eyes. Yeah, the humour was fine. It was okay. Like, it had some moments which, I was like, yeah, that's funny. I was kind of like that at some moments. Some moments I was just like, I'm like that. Yeah, so the humour was okay. What else is there? There's not much to say about this movie for me. Let's see. Okay, for a 12, this was pretty gory, I guess. This movie was rated 12, and I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of gruesome. I mean, when people get shot in this movie, there is like a cloud of blood. When someone gets shot, it's a cloud of blood. Like, if you go to watch Inception or The Dark Knight, there's just like nothing at all when someone gets shot. Or, well, to be fair, in Inception, there's a little bit of blood, but in Mission Impossible 4, when people get shot, there is like a little cloud of blood which just, explodes from the wounds. And there's this one part, this guy gets shot in the head. Someone at one point in this movie gets shot in the head, and it is like a hardcore, like the blood literally goes onto the glass. Like, he's in a car at the time, and it's literally like a hardcore, like the blood just splatters onto the window. I was kind of like, that's kind of gruesome for a 12. I was thinking, like, don't get me wrong, it's not like Rambo 4 or anything like that, but it kind of woke me up. I was kind of like, okay, for a 12, like, it just seemed a bit gruesome for a 12. That's not a complaint though, I'm fine with that. I just wanted to point that out. It's just like a little comment I had to make, a little thing I thought was interesting. And the ending, I'm not sure if the ending was supposed to be some sort of twist or something, I'm not sure. Basically, something happens to do with a character at the end of the movie, and I'm not sure if it was supposed to be some sort of twist. I mean, it was clearly a reference or a connection to the previous movies. I mean, clearly, but like I said, I haven't seen the previous 3 movies, so I have no idea if the last, like, the character at the end appearing, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a twist or something. Like, so a character appears at the end of the movie, and I was kind of sitting there, like, it was clearly some sort of reference or connection to the previous movies. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a twist or not. So I'm just saying, maybe the ending would have made me go, oh my god, what a twist, if I had seen the first 3 movies, but maybe it wasn't supposed to be a twist, maybe it's just a reference, I don't know. But yeah, so the last, like, 2 minutes of the movie, I was kind of like, okay, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a twist or anything. Let's see. Yeah, that's really all I have to say, really. One last thing, literally one last thing now. This movie's pretty long, it's almost like 2 hours long, and it is fast paced, don't get me wrong. Like, you get like 5 or 10 minutes max of dialogue, and then bang, another action scene, The action scenes, they come fast, they're frequent. The film's fast paced, and it's like a 2 hour long film. So like a good chunk of the movie is just pure action. But even then, I kind of find it monotonous, to be honest. It was a bit repetitive. I found it a bit boring. Like, not really boring, but I did find the movie a little bit boring towards the end. It got a bit repetitive, but I still enjoyed the movie. It's still okay. So to recap, it's gonna go for a 12. The acting's fine. The story, I didn't really care about the story. The story is just so average and bland, but they're not trying to be. The story isn't trying to be impressive. Like, it's just an excuse for you to watch some awesome action scenes and have some fun watching some over-the-top gadgets to see what they can think of next. That's all I have to say. So yeah, just watch the movie for the action scenes. It's worth watching it for that. It's just like a fun action movie with a really average story. And that's all I have to say. I'm gonna say something for 30 seconds to do with spoilers, so leave now if you don't want spoilers. Oh yeah, watch it. It's worth watching it. It'll kill 2 hours. You'll have fun with it. Okay, so spoilers now, leave if you don't want spoilers. Okay, what I mean by the ending, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a twist or something. It's like his wife appears at the end. I'm not sure if she was thought to be dead in the first 3 movies, or maybe, I don't know, like, you know, she's thought to be dead in the first 3 movies, and then all of a sudden she's alive in the 4th movie. Like that's what I mean by I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a twist or not. Like, I'm not sure how, like, what happened to her in the first 3 movies. So that's what I mean. And so that's the end of the review. So thanks for watching. See ya.